Alright, everybody, this is 444RR with the Zachman18 for Gaming with Zach and Bob. We're doing Card Sharks. It's another best 2 out of 3 tournament here. If Zach wins this, he takes the whole tournament. Let's get started with Card Sharks. Zach has won $63,200 as our champion. And let's have Rachel deal out the cards for our first round here. And we're going to get started with the first question for Zach. We asked 100 people. How many of the 100 bachelors we surveyed said they love a girl more than their own mother? How many of them said they've loved a girl more than their own mother? 70. Oh, wow. Okay, and I'm going to go a little lower on that. And the actual answer is only 47. It is much lower. Alright, so my first card is a jack. I'm going to go lower on the jack, and my card is a queen. Oh, man, tough break. Alright, Zach, you got a jack on your first card. Higher or lower? Gonna go lower than a jack, and it is a 9. What would you like to do? Gonna go lower on the 9, and it is a 10. Alright, everyone goes back to one card. Here we go. My question. How many of the 100 married women said they've been more passionate with an old boyfriend than their husband? How many of them said they've been more passionate with an old boyfriend than their husband? I'm gonna go 55. Alright, Zach, so higher or lower? He's going to go lower. And the actual answer is 18. It is lower. Alright, so you want to keep the card or play off it? Yeah. Okay, lower. Yeah. Anyways, it's a 7. Freeze or play? So you go higher than a 7, and it is an 8. Freeze or play? He's going to freeze on the 8. Keep me from playing up my cards. Okay, Zach, we asked 100 people. How many of the 100 bachelors we surveyed admitted that they're only after one thing when they date? And I'm sure you can know what that one thing is. Only after one thing. In quotations. I think the game's trying to tell you something, Zach. 40. Okay. Higher or lower? To me, I'm going to go a little lower. And the actual answer is 27. Oh, by the way, that comment was, Zach put, why do they ask all these bachelor questions? And I said, game's trying to tell you something. Alright, I'm going to go lower on the jack. And it is a 5. Higher than a 5, I'm going to go. It's an ace. Lower. It's a king. Lower than a king. It's a queen! Yes! Alright, I took the first game, but Zach can still take game number 2 with this next question. Rachel's going to deal out the cards for us, and the question goes to me. We asked 100 people, how many of the 100 men in the U.S. Marines said they've cried during basic training? How many of the Marines said they cried during basic training? I'll go 30. Alright, Zach, higher or lower? He goes lower. And the actual answer is 12. It is lower. Alright, Zach. Your first card is a 9. Change the card or play off it. He's going to change the 9. We're getting rid of that 9. And the 9 will now become a 8. Uh-oh. He's going to go lower than the 8. It's a 5. Freeze or play? He's going to go higher than the 5, and it is a 9. Freeze or play? He's going to freeze with the 9. Okay, here we go. Zach, we asked 100 people. How many of the 100 third grade girls said they'd want to be a boy for a day? How many of the 100 said they would want to be a boy for a day? 25. Alright. Interesting question, by the way. I'm going to go higher. And the actual answer is 17. It is lower. Didn't think it was going to be lower there. Alright, Zach, you got a 9. Change it or play off it. He's going to change that card. The 9 will now become a 10. He's going to go lower than the 10, and it is a jack. Alright, my first shot at the cards here. It's a 4. I'm going to go higher than a 4. It's a jack. I'm going to go lower than the jack. It's a 9. And I'll freeze. All right, fourth and final question. No, it's the third question. Sorry. We asked 100 people, how many of the 100 divorced men in their 40s said they'd take a new date out to a nicer place than their ex? How many of them said they would take a new date out to a nicer place than their ex? I'm going to go 65. All right, so Zach, higher or lower? He says lower, and the actual answer is shocking, 39. 39. Okay, so Zach got a 10. Change the card or play off it. He's going to change that 10. The 10 will now become a ace. Uh-oh. He's going to go lower than the ace, and it is a queen. He's going to go lower to take game number 2. It's a 7. We must go into a tiebreaker question, or tiebreaker round now. 3 cards will be dealt out. 3 questions will be asked. All right. Here is the first question, and it is for Zach. We asked 100 people. How many of the 100 British male dukes, earls, and barons said those things should be abolished? The titles should be abolished. How many of them said the titles, duke, earls, and barons should be abolished? Very weird question, but oh well. You have to answer it. 40. Okay. So I'm going to go a little lower myself. And the actual answer is, would you believe only 3 people said it should be abolished? All right. It's a 7. I'm going to change that card. And the 7 will now become a 10. I'm going to go lower. Lower than a 10. It's a 9. I'm going to try it. Lower. Lower than a 9. I am the new champion. But Zach's not leaving out if you're empty-handed, because Zach has got over $63,000 worth of money. All right, I'm going to play the big money cards. So let's go to the big money cards right now. And thank you, Zach. He said, good job, Bob. All right, so here's how the game works. $50 on the first 2 lines. I must bet at least. Must bet at least half my money on the big bet. $200 of betting money to start me off on the first line. Then I'll get $400 on the second line. We can change 1 card per line. And here we go. A king. I'm going to go all of it lower. Lower than a king, and it's another king. It's a push. No win, no loss. Keep my money the same, and I'm going to bet all of it lower. And it is a 10. I'm going to go $400 or all of it lower than a 10. It's another 10. Wow, it's another push. No win, no loss. I get $400 more, bring me up to $800. And I'm going to go all of it lower. Lower than a 10, it's a 7. All right, I'm going to change that card with number 2. And the 7 will now become a queen. So all of it lower. Lower than it. No, it's a king, and that's a bust. Wow. You don't see that too often. Okay, I got $200 though, and I get to have a shot at the $60,000 jackpot. If I find the card with the dollar sign, I'm going to win $60,000. All right, here we go. I'm going to say number 7. Let's see if I can get it. Number 7 is not it. It was number 3. The jackpot will be worth $70,000 next time. And won't you join us next time when we find out who is going to win this tournament of Card Sharks, me or Zach? We'll see you next time. This is 444RR and the zachman18 reminding you to help increase the YouTube population. Always rate, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.